EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Richardson going right to the air. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. That one complete downfield to Johnson. And some room to work. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Ready? 19. 19 right. 79 Bronco. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Oh, shoot. Buffalo 18.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game discussed on defense, there's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action? Definitely.
Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second down and goal. Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Johnson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he is out of... Start up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, here's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action now. Roethlisberger on the move to his left. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game...
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. They'll try to run with Harris. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Roethlisberger keeps it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Johnson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On second down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Foster. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. leads to a return of 5.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he's got his man on the out route. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Third and 1, Richardson to throw. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
Buying time to his left. Open man, here's Foster.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
And that's complete. It's a tight end, Daniels. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Second and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Foster. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2, 3rd and 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
18 ready.
On first down, Richardson. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. That swung out wide to Harris. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Rolling to his right. He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They hand this off to Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll send Austin in motion right. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown.
But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Roethlisberger will throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert. 19 Lions, 79 Broncos.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Got an open man. It's Foster. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Back and 60.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Foster. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Richardson looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
First down carry for Foster. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now it's Richardson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Off the RPO, he completes it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
18 runners.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. First and goal, Foster. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. That one looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
He's got a man, complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Second down and 10.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. This is caught. And is this defense